Hey everybody, it's Brooke. Welcome back. Here we are with our infamous grocery bag junk journal again. I just can't stop. I keep thinking of things to add, but I think this is really it. I'm gonna go ahead and put on the closure, and that will be paid on my grocery bag junk journal, which I am so in love with. I love how this came out. All right, so here she is. I've got the seam binding that comes in the kit. This is a baby pink, and you get about 2 yards or something, I think. And then there's this beautiful rosette trim. We're going to put that over the stitching where we stitched in the signature. I also grabbed out, I cheated a little bit. This is the washi that comes with the kit, and I used it on the front here when we did the blanket stitch. But I found on the cover, where we tri-folded it, the seam of the actual grocery bag is right here. I don't know if you can see it on camera. It's fine. It's not going to come apart. It just bothers me because it's a little loose down here. And it's right where we have the tri-fold. And it was just kind of bugging me because it was sticking up. So I went ahead and grabbed this washi to put it there. But you could certainly use any washi that you wanted or not use anything at all and just leave it. But this is the crazy washi that is so pretty and doesn't stick very well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my glue stick, my trusty old glue stick. Trust my glue stick. Don't trust my washi. And I'm just going to stick this down and cover up that seam. Just because, again, it wouldn't hurt the functionality of the book at all. Just the part that was sticking out kind of bugged me. So we'll put that down right about there. Give it a good smash. I'm going to get out my bone folder, make sure we got that down. There. I like how that looks too. And then just let me cover up my glue. I'm so bad about that. I wonder why my glue is always thick and rubbery. Alright, so that is looking good. Take our scissors and cut off the excess. Oh, no. That naughty washi tape is trying to come loose. We're going to have to re-glue it. Yeah, washi tape. Okay, so we got off the excess. Let's grab that glue stick again. Thought I got the whole strip, but I guess not. Let me go back up where you can see. That's fun, just to sit here and stare at my craft mat and listen to me talk. No, it's not. I'll give you something to see. There you go. Alright, so hopefully that's stuck down better this time. Let me get that bone folder again. You don't have a bone folder, you can just use the handle of your scissors. That works just as well. And just rub that down. Make sure we've got it all glued down. And that makes me feel better. That space where it was lifting, where the garbage bag... Why do I keep saying garbage bag? Grocery bag was lifting, was bugging me. So that is better. Okay. Smush it from inside too. I think I keep saying garbage bag because I have forgotten to get garbage bags at the grocery store like the last 3 times I went. I don't remember how to grocery shop anymore because the nice old man does it now. He's awesome. He goes way more often than I do. All right, so there's our cover. There's our back. There's our inside. Loving it. So we're going to go ahead and put a seam binding closure on this. I'm going to put a hole. What's going to happen is we're going to put a hole and an eyelet in the front cover, thread the seam binding through so it can just wrap around the whole book, or you can wrap it and tie it or whatever works, or put whatever kind of closure you want. That washi tape is still not sticking down that well. It's the only roll in that tube too. It came all with other ones, and this is the only one that doesn't work. Well, I'll go back with Fabri-Tac when we're done and get that good and seriously glued down. All right, so again, yeah, I don't really care for measuring. I guess we could. So we're about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-ish inches. And make sure I've got the right side that I'm punching the hole in. Let me grab a pencil. So that should be at about 1, 2, 3, 4, and right about here is where we want to put our eyelet. Does that look right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit there in the middle. That looks pretty darn close. Good enough for me. So I've got one of the eyelets that came in the kit. It's just this brushed, brushed silver eyelet. And I've got my handy dandy crocodile. Oh no, I think I have to change its settings because I was setting smaller ones. So let's see. With the bigger, I have my little cheat sheet over to the side because I don't ever remember how it's supposed to be set up. So with the bigger, do you guys have this? The rubbery handles coming off of my crocodile. And it's hard to get it back on. Apparently this time it might not be going back on. Huh. Anyway, so the bigger eyelets need a top A and a base 1. Oh my. Can we see that? I don't know. Let's just have a look-see. Gotta hold it up to the light, guys. I've got my glasses on too. Sad, right? I'm going with that's A. My little squares are so beat up, it's hard to see. And then we want a 1. Come on, you. I believe you're a 1. Well, we'll find out when we mash it. Hopefully that will do. So you take the larger hole punch on your crocodile and just go in there, and I can see right through the little hole. Too shadowy for you guys, I think. But I'm just going to make the hole and grab that eyelet, stick it right in there. And when you're using your crocodile, let's see if I can do that without dropping everything. The pokey outy part up here on the right goes into the top of your eyelet. Okay, so just feed that right in there. Whoops. Try not to knock the eyelet out over and over. Get it all lined up and squash it. And poof, you have an eyelet. I'll sit in there all dandy. Okay, so there we have our eyelet there. And all I'm going to do, this is like the simplest thing in the world. Fold, whoops, I hit the camera, sorry guys. I'm a flailer. Apparently when I craft, I flail. And I forget that I have lights all around me and a camera. So I'm just folding the seam binding in half. And I'm going to take a pokey tool. Here's that nice pokey tool. And poke the seam binding through our eyelet. She says, I swear I am. No, I'm not. All right, let's try folding it a little more. And laying it right over there. Let's try poking that through. If I could find the hole, there we go. That makes it so much better when you're actually pushing it through the hole. Just trying to randomly poke it through the bag is not going to work out all that well, in case you were wondering. So I'm pulling that through, and I'm just going to make, is that a lark's head knot? Something like that. Slip knot? I don't know. You know, where you feed it through like that? That kind of knot. And then look at that. You can either wrap it around, and if you're, get that centered again. If you're kind of training it where it's going to be sitting like that so that it can get nice and fat, you can just tuck the seam binding right through that, and that can be your closure, and it holds it really nicely. Or you can wrap it in 2 directions. Oops, it's escaping. It's escaping. Get back up there. Good grief. Sorry, guys. It's late. It's late. There we go. You can wrap it in 2 directions and tie a pretty bow. And your journal is closed. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. Are you guys excited? If this is like your first time making a junk journal, look at everything that you've learned how to do. Apparently tying a bow is not one of the things I'm going to teach you how to do. You should be very proud of yourselves, whether it's the first time or the 1000th time that you've made a journal. It's always really exciting. So then you have this pretty little bow, and it's holding your journal closed. Look at that. Oh, so cute. I'm loving it. And then I think I'm going to leave the Hannaford on the front, I think. But what I would like to do is open this back up. And let's see if we can get that signature in the center to lie flat. Oop, flinging stuff around. I'm a flailer. I'm a flinger. And what I really want to do is put these pretty rosettes right down where we stitched. Just because I love them. For no other reason. And so I'm going to grab my Fabrifix and run a bead of glue down right where we stitched. Again, Fabrifix is fighting back. I filmed a couple videos today and I'm so proud of myself. I have not left the cap off for a glue volcano. I have remembered. I'm sure at home you are all clapping and feeling terribly impressed with me. I am. For my own self, I feel very impressed. Okay, that looks beautiful. I love this trim. This is not vintage. This is Hobby Lobby, I think. And it comes in some different sizes and some different colors, and I love all of them. All of them. They used to make it back in the olden days, but if you are lucky enough to find any now, it's incredibly expensive. But it's so delicate that I don't think a lot of it really survived. So that looks good. When it's dry, I will go and tack it down a little bit more. Maybe we could do it now. Pull that little bit of netting up. Just going to roll it around the edge a little bit. Be nice if you could see what I was doing. So go in with your Fabrifix or whatever glue you're using and run it right along the edge, kind of running it between the book and the trim. I'm going to use my fancy pusher downer tool, also known as the lid for the glue, and just kind of push that down in that glue. There we go. And then turn it over, straighten it up. The Fabrifix gives you a minute to sort of move it around if you need to. I'm going to pull it to the front a little bit if we can. A little bit, not a ton. Not a ton. The netting was really uneven up at the top here. You can see there's none on the front, but that's okay. It doesn't really bother me. All of it, it's cut pretty unevenly when you get it on the spool. So it's just fine with me. Again, I like that shabby, kind of vintage, raggedy look. Glue pusher. Put that lid on. Oh, I love how that looks on the spine. And let me just grab something to wipe my fingers off. I've been glued. I have glued myself. All right. So there's that. And so when you close it, I don't want to wrap the seam binding back around because I will end up gluing it to the spine, and ain't nobody got time for that. But look how pretty that looks. Oh, love, love, love our book. And that is it. If you want to decorate your cover, you certainly can now. You might have done it 2 weeks ago, but I kind of like how that looks. The only thing I'm thinking of doing, because I can't let it go, folks. I just can't let it go. I'm going to let it go, I swear it. This is a little piece of fabric that comes in your kit. Printed vintage muslin, and I do like how that looks. Oh, man. One more thing. Can you guys hold on with me? One more thing. See if I've got just a little piece of the paper left. Do we want to leave any of the Hannaford? I don't think I want that piece of paper there. I don't think I do at all. I think I just want this. Cover up the Hannaford, leave the information. And that is really going to be it. I'm about out of supplies. We've about killed the kit. I really decorated this kit, this book rather. So, you know, you can really fill up a book, or you can augment your own things and have enough for a couple journals, whatever you want to do. putting on the Fabrifix. Ooh, it's all squished now. The bottle's all weird. I'm going to put this beautiful girl on here. Cover up Hannaford, try to get her straight. Again, watching the grain of that fabric. You don't want to press it down so hard that you're distorting the fabric. And for my final finishing touch, I'm going to use the purple flower that came in the kit. And that is going to be the end of our grocery bag junk journal. Wow, maybe it is time for new glue. There's still a lot in here, but it just doesn't want to come out. I just love these little crocheted flowers. So just to pick up some of the purple, put that right down there. And look at that. Oh, look how pretty. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And I like how the text looks as well. So there she is. Again, don't want to wrap our seam binding around because I don't want to glue it to the spine, but there's your grocery bag junk journal, all completed with pockets and all of your signature in there, all the decorating, more pockets in the front, a pocket here. I love how this came out. I hope you guys had a super fun time. I know I did. I will come back and do a final flip through and tell you what I decide to do with this journal. But for now, I hope you learned something. I hope you had fun. I hope you got a giggle. Please do give us a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you'd like to. We'd love to have you. You can come and follow us over on Facebook where we have more hijinkery and fun all the time. And I really want to thank you for your time. This has been a lot of fun. Hope you've had fun. Any questions, just let us know. All right, you guys, have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.